So for today's video, we are going to talk about Tara Calico or Calico. I'm not really sure kung ano yung pinakatamang pronunciation because I've watched maybe 2 or 3 videos about this case and read a few articles, but yeah, let's just say na Calico. So Tara was known to her family and friends as an independent woman. She is outgoing, she's open-minded, athletic, and passionate. She had her whole life ahead of her. Ang dami niyang pangarap, ang dami niyang gustong gawin. Unfortunately, in the late morning hours of September 20, 1988, she vanished without a trace. Tara was born on February 28, 1969 to her parents, David and Patty, in New Mexico. As I've said earlier, Tara was an adventurous young girl and lumaki siya na nag-explore outdoors kasama yung kanyang mga kapatid and yung mga kaibigan niya around the area kung saan sila nakatira. During her childhood, nag-divorce yung kanyang parents, si David at si Patty. And Patty remarried a man named John Dole. And from New Mexico, nag-move sila sa Belen. This is another like a suburban place. Pero sa New Mexico pa din. Nung nag-move yung Dole family sa Belen, it seemed like it would be a perfect place to raise Tara and her siblings, Michelle and Chris. Kasi yung place was very safe. During that time, Belen was described as, quote, small town America where everyone knows everyone. Everyone looks after everyone and no one is outside the realms of safety, quote unquote. Yung main na ikinabubuhay sa Belen was ranching and marami ding recreational things na pwede mong gawin. Nung lumalaki si Tara, she became a beloved member of her high school class by her schoolmates and her close friends. Dahil nga athletic itong si Tara, her friends and family described her as quote-unquote athletic yet highly intelligent individual with an innate kindness not often seen from children her age. So bata pa lang si Tara, talagang meron na siyang kabaitan, kumbaga. Kasi 'di ba, usually sa mga bata, kung anong gusto nila 'yon. Kung ano yung gusto nila, kukunin nila, kumbaga. So ayun ang pagkaka-describe sa kanya ng kanyang friends and family. Kumbaga inborn yung pagiging mabuti, mabait ni Tara. Hinahangaan siya ng mga kaibigan niya and sinasabi ng mga teachers niya na super responsible daw etong si Tara, and she is highly organized. Ang sabi ng isa sa mga kaibigan ni Tara named Melinda na Tara daw was quote-unquote a friend to anyone. Si Melinda nag-join siya ng marching band, parang banda, marching band nga, 'di ba? Malamang. So, Melinda joined a marching band and at that time, wala siyang masyadong friends na she can hang out with. And then, one day, nakita siya ni Tara na nakaupo by herself and Tara took Melinda into her circle of friends. Kahit na hindi naman niya talaga totaling kilala si Melinda. But because nakita niya na mag-isa, itong si Melinda, parang dahil nga may innate kindness si Tara, so isinama niya si Tara sa kanyang circle of friends. A selfless act of building a better atmosphere for her peers, and this is a memory na tumatak talaga kay Melinda. After high school, nung makagraduate na si Melinda at si Tara decided to attend college and study psychology, which always fascinated her. Kaya gusto niya maging psychologist kasi sobra yung fascination niya dito sa subject na to. Pinili niya yung University of New Mexico, Valencia branch. And coincidence, yun din ang napiling school ni Melinda. So, habang nag-aaral sila dun sa school, madalas na nagkikita yung dalawa. And especially kapag break nila, so syempre dahil magkaiba sila ng course, hindi sila lagi magkasama, pero pag nagkikita sila, chikahan to the max, kumbaga. Lagi silang nagkukwentuhan. And around this time, Tara started dating her former high school classmates named Jack Cole, who was a captain of their football team, and he was also a well-liked student athlete. Nagkakilala sila sa isang social event na meron silang mutual friends, and after nilang makagraduate, they started a relationship. Tara was a religious biker and an outdoor enthusiast. So si Tara, regular siya na nagbabike. On September 20, 1988, at around 9 a.m., Tara wakes up and sets out her clothes and school books on her bed. Nag-prepare siya to leave her home and to ride her bicycle along New Mexico State Road 47. This is a daily routine of Tara na palagi niyang ginagawa. At saka nung mom niya na si Patty. However, at this time, yung mother ni Tara na si Patty had already quit riding with her daughter after getting the feeling na parang merong motorist na nag-stalk sa kanya during their trek or during their bicycle ride. So, sinuggest ni Patty kay Tara na magdala siya ng mace and itago lang niya sa purse niya. Pero sabi ni Tara, hindi na daw niya kailangan yon. After 9:15 a.m., sinabi ni Tara kay Patty sa nanay niya na pick upin siya along the highway if hindi pa siya nakakauwi by 12 noon. So, tinanong ni Patty kung bakit. And sabi ni Tara na she planned to play tennis with her then boyfriend at 12:30 p.m. that day. And then at around 3:50 p.m., meron siyang klase. At around 9:30 a.m., umalis ng bahay si Tara. Ang daladala niya ay yung bike ng kanyang mother na si Patty. A 10-speed pink Huffy. Huffy yung brand. Because yung sarili niyang bike ay flat yung gulong. Yung neon bike ng nanay ni Tara has a yellow control cables and sidewalls. So very distinct yung characteristic nitong bike na to ng nanay ni Tara. Over the next 2 hours, sa pagitan ng 9:30 a.m. at 11:15 a.m., nagbike si Tara approximately 17 miles to the Southern Railroad tracks outside of town. And this is her usual route. This is pertinent to the story. Usual route niya ito. And ng nanay niya before. It was assumed na yung kanyang bike ride was normal and without any hassle. She turns around to start her ride home so she can get ready for her tennis date with her then boyfriend. At around 11:30 a.m., may nakakita kay Tara sakay ng kanyang pink bicycle riding northbound towards sa kanyang bahay pauwi. May nakakita sa kanya na dalawang unidentified ranch hands, kumbaga mga katiwala dun sa rancho, along State Route 47. And then 15 minutes later at 11:45 a.m., tatlong lalaki na nagda-drive southbound on the other lane, so kasalubong ni Tara doon sa State Route 47 ang nakakita rin sa kanya. So itong tatlong lalaki na to ay nagda-drive pauwi from a hunting excursion. And they pass by Tara on her bicycle. Pero may napansin sila na very eerie and weird. Kasi may isang white pickup truck ang nakasunod kay Tara very very closely. Sinabi nitong tatlong lalaki na si Tara daw ay nakikinig sa music sa kanyang Walkman, so meron siyang headphones. And it seems like Tara was ignorant or she was not aware of the white truck following her or behind her. So this was the second sighting. So after nun, another driver in the south lane passes Tara and also witnesses the white truck tailing Tara just under 5 miles away from the Rio communities. And itong driver na to, na-notice niya na yung white pickup truck daw contained multiple occupants and hindi lang siya solo driver. And this was the last confirmed sighting of Tara Calico. 5 minutes past noon, Patty stays true to her word and umalis siya ng bahay. Patty left her house to pick up Tara as per Tara's request. Patty drives up and down the railroad tracks both ways along Route 47 pero hindi niya nakita si Tara or yung kanyang pink bike na sinasakyan ni Tara that day. So nag-decide si Patty na tumawag sa nearby hospital kasi baka to check. Baka naman Tara had an accident or she was admitted doon sa nearby hospital. Pero ang sabi ng hospital staff, wala daw someone na matching Tara ang dinala doon sa kanilang hospital. So after nun, of course, worried na si Patty. So ang ginawa ni Patty, pumunta siya sa mga kaibigan ni Tara para humingi ng tulong to search for Patty. Pero wala silang nakita na kahit na anong trace ni Tara. So dahil hindi nila nakita si Tara kahit saan, finally, they called the Valencia County Sheriff's Office where a police search party begins. The following day, September 21st, the search team discovers a set of bicycle tracks on the west side of Route 47, 4 miles from the Rio communities and even closer to Tara's last sighting. Yung bike tracks daw ay papunta doon sa side of the road on a soft shoulder and towards a location about 100 yards away from the highway. So yung location kung saan nila nakita yung bike tracks supposedly ni Tara, meron din silang nakita na tire tracks ng sasakyan with a fresh oil slick. Kumbaga may mga droplets ng oil ng sasakyan. From there, nakakita ng footprints yung mga police that led them to their biggest find in the case. It was Tara's cassette tapes of the rock band Boston. The broken front plastic window piece to the Walkman device, Tara's Walkman, and empty beer cans. So between September 21st and September 23rd, yung mga police, dinoble nila yung pag-search around the area ng State Route 47. And on Saturday, September 24, investigators find the remaining pieces to Tara's broken Walkman around the entrance of John F. Kennedy Campground at the base of the Manzano Mountains. Yung area na yun, remote siya, and it was only 20 miles away from doon sa initial discovery noong cassette tape ni Tara. Throughout that same weekend, yung Ventura County Sheriff's Office ay nag-dispatch ng more than 300 air and land searchers para magpatrol doon sa river and sa Manzano Mountains. But they didn't find anything out of ordinary and nag-retreat sila noong September 27. In the following days and weeks, authorities seek out any witnesses to Tara's final bike ride on the 20th of September. They find 7 people who claim to have seen Tara, and 5 doon also claim to have seen the white pickup truck following her. 4 naman doon sa mga witnesses ay nagpa-hypnotize pa in an attempt to get more details, pero walang konkreto na nakuha yung mga authorities. The law enforcement also eliminates possible evidence such as a biking water bottle na nakita sa isang nearby na yard, a patch of uneven dirt alongside Route 47, and it was a connection to a September 1985 disappearance of Deborah Lansdale. And may 3 lalaki din na nakita yung mga pulis na umiinom ng beer in the back of a pickup truck soon after Tara's disappearance. Yung alibis nitong 3 lalaki na nakita nila was that they were drinking Budweiser. Pero yung nakitang empty beer cans near doon sa broken Walkman ni Tara was Old Milwaukee. Magkaiba yung brand, magkaibang beer, kumbaga. Pagkalipas ng isang buwan, on October 25th, lead investigator Sheriff Lawrence Romero tells the public their main suspects are believed to be 2 males based doon sa reports that the white pickup truck was seen with 2 men inside. Yung driver daw was described allegedly as 35 to 45 years old, white male with red hair, and he was about 5'9" to 6 foot and weighing around 200 pounds. And interestingly, meron daw wrinkles doon sa gilid ng kanyang mata, sa may bandang temples, sentido. The truck itself is detailed as a white 1950s or 1960s Ford pickup model with a camper shell chrome hubcaps, large tires, and the Ford emblem spelled in smashed red glass letters. Yung license plate daw starts with WBY or WBZ and ends in the number 6. Pagkatapos ng ilang linggo, hundreds of calls and tips pour in regarding doon sa suspect and doon sa vehicle announcement made by the police. And meron silang mga in-interview dito sa mga tumawag na to and nabigay ng tips, pero no arrests are made. And the case begins to grow cold. On June 15, 1989, isang unnamed woman sa Port St. Joe, Florida, ang pumunta sa mga pulis and may dala siyang Polaroid photograph. And itong photograph na ito, sobra niyang popular. Kasi nga, ang sabi niya, itong Polaroid na picture na ito ay nakita daw niya sa isang parking lot ng convenience store. And the picture displays a young female adult and a young boy with a duct-taped mouth and bound at the wrists, laying in the back of a van. This Polaroid photo was broadcast across the country, and yung mga kamag-anak ni Patty, yung nanay ni Tara, called her to inform her that the girl in the disturbing photo bears a super striking na resemblance kay Tara. Kahawig daw ni Tara yung babae doon sa Polaroid picture. So ang ginawa ni Patty, lumipad siya papunta sa Florida para makita niya ng malapitan as in ng personal yung Polaroid picture. And sabi niya, yes, she really looks like my daughter. Sabi niya ganon. Over the next year, meron pang 2 photographs ang sinubmit showing a young woman bound and gagged in a similar fashion but feature a different woman than the one in the Polaroid photo na nakita sa Port St. Joe. Pero walang kahit na anong na-confirmed dito sa mga images na to. Decades pass, and the disappearance case of Tara Calico remains unsolved. Kahit na sobrang daming searches ang ginawa ng mga authorities around New Mexico, it was an endless searches by countless investigators and private contractors. But walang kahit na anong evidence na nakita yung mga investigador, yung mga searchers kung nasaan ba si Tara Calico. In September of 2008, 20 years after the disappearance of Tara Calico, the then sheriff of Ventura County, Rene Rivera, comes out with a statement, and he alleged na alam daw niya kung sino yung kidnap at pumatay kay Tara. Pero hindi naman siya nagpakita ng kahit na anong evidence or body. Kumbaga, if Tara was really, killed by someone, he knows daw. And it remained a theory. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung trip ni Sheriff Rene, pero hindi naman yata maganda yung magkiklaim ka ng ganun, tapos wala ka namang ebidensya na ipapakita. I mean, lalo mo lang sasaktan yung pamilya ni Tara. It's been 20 years and ngayon mo lang sasabihin yan tapos hindi ka pa magpapakita ng evidence. I mean, kung talagang alam niya kung sino, di sabihin niya yung pangalan, di ba? And then, ituro niya kung nasaan si Tara. However, it wasn't the only hypothesis. So, haka-haka lang niya yung sinabi niyang yun. And still, Tara's case remained unsolved. In 2013, a task force was created by 6 different federal and local agents para buksan ulit yung investigasyon. Pero after 7 years, wala pa rin silang nakita. Wala pa rin nag-surface na evidence regarding Tara or her mother's pink neon huffy bike. This was really, really sad, So, yung mga tao na familiar dito sa case ni Tara, when they think about this case, ang una nilang maaalala, as I've told you earlier, is yung Polaroid photo na nakita nga ng isang babae sa convenience store in June of 1989. Na pinapakita nga yung babae na kahawig ni Tara and may isang batang lalaki. And then sabi nitong babae na nakapulot ng Polaroid doon sa malapit sa convenience store, sinabi niya sa mga pulis na doon daw sa parking spot kung saan niya nakita yung Polaroid photo, meron daw nakaparada na white Toyota van, and ang sabi ng babae, nakita daw niya quickly yung driver, and sinabi niya na this driver was middle-aged and may bigote, and probably is in his late 30s. So immediately, nagkaroon ulit ng mga suspicions yung mga tao na probably baka yung white na Toyota van na yun is where the Polaroid photo was taken. iniisip nila na baka yung driver nung Toyota van na yun ay yung kidnapper or baka prank lang, kumbaga. So yung mga authorities, pinacheck nila yung Polaroid photo just to make sure na hindi siya fake, kumbaga if it's real or kung ano yung sa tingin ng mga expert doon sa picture na yon. And kung may connection ba talaga yung Polaroid photo na yon kay Tara. So ang ginawa ng mga pulis, pinalabas nila sa TV, pinakita nila sa TV, sa national television, yung Polaroid photo. And karamihan doon sa mga kaibigan ng pamilya ng mga Dole thought na yung babae doon sa Polaroid photo ay sobrang kamukha talaga ni Tara. So Patty and John didn't hesitate to study the picture further. And Patty slowly but surely came to understand that the lady in the Polaroid photo was her daughter. And yung biggest clue daw niya was that Tara had an car accident as a girl. And meron siyang leg injury na nag-iwan ng scar sa kanyang hita. And she pointed to a discolored streak doon sa thigh ng woman doon sa picture. And hindi lang yon. Doon sa Polaroid photo, makikita nyo rin doon na may book sa gilid ng babae. The book was titled My Sweet Audrina by V.C. Andrews. And coincidentally, this book was one of Tara's favorite books by one of her favorite authors. Is it really a coincidence or si Tara ba talaga yung nandoon sa Polaroid photo? So yung mga investigators nung disappearance case ni Tara agreed na merong enough similarities para mag-seek pa ng professional analysis, and multiple agencies took a closer look doon sa Polaroid photo. However, out of the 3 detailed inspections, yung result were inconclusive. Ang sabi ng Scotland Yard Police na yung bound woman daw was, they think, na it was really Leigh Calico. Yung Los Alamos National Laboratory naman said na it wasn't Tara. Hindi daw si Tara yung nandoon sa picture sa Polaroid photo. However, ang FBI could not make an official conclusion. Kumbaga, 1-1 ang score. The first agency said yes. The second agency, yung Los Alamos National Laboratory, said no. Scotland Yard said yes. FBI, hindi nila alam. Hindi nila makonclude. Ang sabi naman ng mga netizens na nakikita daw nila yung similarities ng facial features ni Tara doon sa woman na nasa Polaroid photo. Pero, yung eyebrows daw ni Tara didn't match the eyebrows of the woman in the photo kasi magkaiba daw yung shape. Ang sabi naman ng iba, maaari daw na yung photo na yun was taken at least 7 months after Tara's disappearance and alleged kidnapping. So, maraming physical changes na pwedeng mangyari doon sa time frame na yon. Pwedeng namayat si Tara kaya medyo nag-iba yung shape ng jawline, and syempre naging bushy siguro yung brows kaya hindi na ganun ka-define yung shape, and maybe dahil nasa tight space lang yung babae sa Polaroid and she had anxiety and stress, so maybe isa yon or pwedeng yun yung mga dahilan ng pagbabago sa features nung babae sa Polaroid Pwedeng yun yung mga naging dahilan kung bakit nabago yung features ni Tara doon sa Polaroid photo. Magkaiba kasing itsura kung magpapapicture ka sa studio, kasi yun yung kino-compare nila, yung picture ni Tara sa parang isang studio doon sa Polaroid. Of course, magkaiba yung makeup. Yung babae sa Polaroid, wala namang makeup. Yung picture ni Tara na pinag-kukumparahan nila was in a studio, may makeup siya doon. So, may difference talaga. Ang isa pang mystery na ipinagtataka or iniimbestigahan ng mga pulis was the little boy on the Polaroid photo. Maraming tao yung nagsabi na baka yung little boy doon sa Polaroid photo was Michael Henley. Michael was a young boy who went missing 5 months before Tara in April of 1988. Nawala siya doon din sa New Mexico during a hunting trip with his father. Kasi parang naglakad-lakad itong si Michael doon sa area away doon sa campsite nila, and then he vanished. And after searching for him, hindi rin siya nakita ng family niya. Meron din kasing physical characteristics si Michael na medyo match doon sa little boy sa Polaroid photo na kasama ni Tara. And sabi ng mga relatives ng Henley family, they agreed na it was probably Michael Henley. Paano at kung bakit sila magkasama ni Tara, nobody knows. However, this theory was debunked, kumbaga, a year later. Because in June of 1990, Michael Henley's remains were found buried in the Zuni Mountains of New Mexico. A forensic analysis found that Michael had most likely died of exposure in the wilderness after niyang maligaw sa labas ng campsite, which was 7 miles from the excavation zone. Yung campsite was only 75 miles away from Tara's disappearance location. Nung nalaman na nga ng authorities na hindi pala si Michael yung kasama ni Tara doon sa Polaroid photo, because unfortunately nga nakita na yung remains ng bata, nawala na din yung connection ng case ni Michael doon sa disappearance case ni Tara. And yung young boy na allegedly ay kasama ni Tara doon sa Polaroid photo remained unknown. Walang nakakaalam kung sino siya. That's all the information I have for part 1. Sobrang haba na nitong video, almost 1 hour. So part 2 of this case will be up on my channel on Friday. So in part 2, we'll discuss about more theories on Tara's disappearance. But for now, that's it for today's video. Please watch out for part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please stay safe, stay home. Bye.